When you go by ABPM, nearly 36 patients are able to achieve the BP control. In clinical BP, it comes around 10. So the drug is safe, the efficacy has been proved. The people on this combination had able to achieve good, large number of people are able to achieve the target rate. So when you analyze the amount, the number of recordings for 8 weeks is 4168. Out of 4168 recordings, nearly 32 recordings were within the heart rate of 70 and parameters. That is nothing but the average of daytime BP with the nighttime BP over 24 hours. So there should not be any change. The morning BP and the evening BP, the average BP should not have any difference. So when there is no much difference, it shows the drug is very good. It acts 24/7. There is no variability at all. Another is coefficient of variation. They are assessing the standard deviation to the mean BP level, which what we have statistical analysis. That also should not have any much difference. The standard deviation is different from mean BP. Then the study is not, the BP is not well under control. Both the things shows it is a standard deviation. Then the BP standard deviation of the BP measurements to the mean BP, there is no much difference at all. And 24 weight BP, that is nothing. What happens in the morning BP 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock? What happens is nighttime BP 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock? There is no much difference. There is no difference at all between these two. So secondary endpoint, whether the weighted mean of daytime or weighted mean of nighttime or even 24 hours, there is a drastic BP. That indirectly shows the molecule works 24/7. There is no peak or trough in the BP level, so keeps the BP at target level, and that can be monitored by the ambulatory BP monitoring. Real variability. So average real variability, they will watch along with BP estimates. What happens at 8 o'clock? What happens at 9 o'clock? What happens at 10 o'clock? And every hour they will record. There is no much difference in the BP levels by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. It shows the BP has been kept under the control, under the well level. And it's a delta statistical BP is a difference. What is the maximum BP of the individual? What is the minimum BP of the individual recorded on the daytime? So they want to assess what is the difference levels. The difference is not much wider. It shows the molecule is very good in terms of reduction, all the parts of BP control. So the short-term variability is well under control. It speaks the molecule. The BP variability is not that much when you use these molecules. So here you can see that what happens in the last 6 hours compared to that of early morning BP can clearly show that there is a drastic, even the molecules works at the later part of the REMS. Even if the patient is taking the BP molecule by 8 o'clock in the morning, even early morning 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock, maybe you may expect a trough level, that is a shoulder effect of the molecules. That this time many of the CV events happens. So it's not so. If you give this molecule extended release along with the telmisartan, the drug profile is very well. Even the early morning BP surge has been very optimized as comparable to the early 6 hours of the BP. This clearly shows what happens the profile. You can see the upper column is the baseline. You can see that 148 was the mean BP in the morning and late hours is 144. But after adding the medications, both BP is well under control. The first 6 hours, 133 is at par matchable with that of the last 3 hours, 131. It also incorporated the diastolic BP counterpart also. So the molecule is going to be justified in terms of reduction of the both 24/7 control without any variations. How we are going to long-term variability? These also has been some sort of index has been used. One is the TOVI index, another smoothness index. It is nothing but they change the calculate hourly BP with the standard deviation of the BP reductions. At the same thing, the TOVI is calculated by mean BP reduction towards the standard deviation of reductions. They have clearly found out there is a statistically significant improvement in the TOVI index as well as smoothness index. It speaks about the good quality of the molecule. Even the long term, the BP control will be maintained. No need for acceleration of the medications or no need for rescue medications into play for optimal BP control. Subgroup analysis, they want to know what happens for the BP when you want to go for 25 mg, when you want to go for 50 mg of metostatin. They are clearly told, with respect to the drug molecules, the BP reduction, both the systolic and diastolic, is well under control, whether you use 25 mg or 50 mg based upon this. And heart rate also, the heart rate control, achieving heart rate of less than 70 is also well narrated by giving whether for low dose or high dose. Both the drugs works in angle. And adverse events is very minimal adverse events. What is skin related, subcutaneous related insurance documented in 5% of people. None of the major adverse events is noted. In study conclusion, the ambulatory BP monitoring is very vital as what we do CGMS to assess the exact picture of the BP of the individuals. What is the diurnal variations is there, what is mass type condition, what is the white coat effects, where you want to intervene, so much of things. And this is one of the states that uses ambulatory BP monitoring for a 6-8 weeks period. They found out this fixed combination of metostatin succinate with telmisartan had drastic BP reduction There is no day-to-day variability. The primary endpoint is been suffixed. The tolerability profile is very good, and side effect profile is very, very minimal at part compared to the other placebo effects. Thank you for the. This was published in World Hypertension Congress 2025 held in Chennai. Thank you for the patient listening.
Control of the BP with the fixed dose combination of the drug Petosertan. Now the forum is open for discussion. The diabetes and cardiology always co-associates because MedPub Cardiology and Cleveland Clinic address diabetes as caramel cluster disease, comprising the cardiovascular, renal, adipometabolic, eye and liver diseases. So we have this forum for the diabetologists, cardiologists have spoken, and any discussions we are open to. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Chairperson.
Can you advise telmisartan metoprolol without this technology to have the same type of BP reduction in all patients? I feel that telmisartan bisoprolol BP reduction is better than this telmisartan with metoprolol. Bisoprolol is better, no?
No, there is no head-to-head comparisons of telmisartan, this combination, that combination.
Yeah,
as
that is
rightly
what
pointed out, the preparation of metoprolol is the major concern to prove the mortality benefit. That is, initially metoprolol was given as metoprolol tartrate. That doesn't have any CV benefit. They moved to metoprolol succinate. That may be the reasons for the CV benefit.
Okay. The benefit is because of the metoprolol succinate, yes, and the type of release of the metoprolol and the telmisartan.
Yeah, they're using different technology in this metosertan. They wanted to assess the effects.
Thank the organizers and scientific committee for the opportunity, and to thank the both all the three speakers for the wonderful lecture, and thank Professor Dr.